What's going on YouTube? My name's ProfessorOaksAide. I want to welcome you back to another episode of our Pokemon Fire Red, Leaf Green 151 Nuzlocke Let's Play. So last episode we fought our way down here. We got our team member. We obviously had to replace Brute Root because unfortunately Brute Root died to the Pursuit Belly Drum Snorlax madness. And so we've replaced him with PeaShooter. Well, I say replaced. He'll never be replaced, not fully. And then we pushed our way down the route to here. We didn't actually get any of our encounters last episode, so I'm actually going to get them now. I'm going to use the Super Rod to get my encounters, as there's not really anything in the grass that's good to catch. I think the only thing is a Venonat, and with the Super Rod I could catch a Psyduck, or I could catch a Slowpoke, or I could catch a Horsey or a Krabby. So I'm going to see what I can get. So we've got 2 encounters, so we'll kick things off with those. In fact, actually, sorry, let's kick things off with a quick team recap. So currently leading the team, we have Tesla, our Electrode, knows Shockwave, Light Screen, Charge Beam, and Rollout. Following up Tesla, we have Knuckles, our Sandslash, who knows Magnitude, Rock Slide, Dig, and Brick Break. Next up is PeaShooter, our Weeping Bell, who knows Bullet Seed, Growth, Knock Off, and Sleep Powder. Next up is Levi, our Gyarados, who knows Water Pulse, Ice Fang, Bite, and Aqua Tail. And then finally on the team we have Kitsune, our Vulpix, who knows Flamethrower, Dark Pulse, Hex, and Will-O-Wisp. Rounded out the team at the minute is Rocket, but he's only there so that we can use Cut still. Yeah, we're good with leading with Tesla for now. So, as I said, I'm going to use the Super Rod, so let's register that quickly. That'll make it a bit easier. So, we are going to come up here until we hit the route change, and then start fishing. So yeah, as I mentioned, in that grass there to my left, I could catch, also I could encounter Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Oddish, Gloom. Oh, we get a Horsey, which is really cool. Not sure how I'm gonna. Not quite sure how I'm gonna catch this, to be honest. I'm just gonna have to throw balls at it and hope that I catch it. I'll tell you what. Let's switch to PeaShooter. We'll use Sleep Powder. So Horsey goes for Water Gun, which is going to do nothing at all, and we're going to go for Sleep Powder. There we go. And then we're just going to throw Great Balls because I don't think there's anything else I can actually do. I haven't got False Swipe on anything. I don't even think any of my team can learn False Swipe. We'll probably go buy some more Great Balls, so we could probably do with having a few extras. So we get 1 Shake, 2 Shake, 3 Shakes, and Sparkles, and Horsey is added to our team. It maintains balance using its tail, which is wound up like a coil. It may spray ink from its mouth. So what are we going to call it? We need to come up with a nickname for Horsey. I know this is probably more fitting for a Staryu, but we're going to call our Horsey Misty, after obviously Misty, the Cerulean gym leader. So that's our encounter for that route, and then on this route we will see what we catch. So this time we find another Horsey. Right, we could have got a level 24 one. I'd have much preferred that. Well, let's run and go for another encounter. Another Horsey. Well, I think this could be a situation where we just hit Horsies for a long time. Like I said, the Rombase should have added in the other Pokemon in this route that we otherwise wouldn't be able to encounter. A level 34 horsey. That would have been, that could have gone straight on the team. Wow. Okay, well, let's see. All right, well, if it comes down to it, what I'll do is I'll just make a cut, and I'll keep encountering until we hit our encounter, at which point I will cut back in, and we'll see who we get, and we'll watch the encounter and hopeful capture. Currently, we've only missed out on one capture, which was the Snorlax. I think that's all we missed out on. I don't remember killing anything else, but unfortunately, after the Snorlax killed Brute Root, it had died to a Leech Seed. I probably shouldn't have used Leech Seed, but I needed all the recovery I could get after it used Belly Drum to boost its attack. So, yeah. So here, I'll do 3 more encounters, and if we don't get something, I'm gonna cut away, and I'll cut back once we have our legit encounter for the route. So that was 1 encounter. Here's our 2nd encounter, which is another horsey. And our final encounter is another horsey. Okay, so I'm going to cut away here. Not going to do a montage or anything because it's just going to be encountering and running. And I will come back once we have our encounter. Right, thank you, and see you soon. What's going on, guys? So about 4 or 5 encounters after I cut away, we actually ended up pulling up a Slowpoke. So that's going to be our member for the team. Again, not quite sure how I'm going to take it down slowly. So I'm actually going to switch to Kitsune. Oh no, he's at low health. Okay, well, he's only used Disable, that's fine. Before anything else, let's just use a Super Potion on it. On Kitsune. Just in case. I don't know how much a Water Gun's going to do. I hope not too much. Okay. Well, we'll survive even a crit. So, I'm going to hit with a Flamethrower. We're going to see how much this does. Slowpoke's quite tanky itself. Okay, that's good. Headbutt. I don't want to risk a crit Water Gun coming through, so... we will hit with another Flamethrower. Please don't crit the Kitsune. Cool. And there we go. Slowpoke goes for Disable. We're going to switch out to PeaShooter. Our PeaShooter, and we're going to use Sleep Powder. And then I'll follow up with Pokeballs or Great Balls until we catch it. Hopefully, I think I've only got, what, 1, maybe 2 Great Balls left. But, okay, we've got 4. So we should catch this. And I'll get more. In fact, I'll just buy Ultra Balls when I get down to Fuchsia. So we catch Slowpoke. What does the Pokédex say about it? It lazes vacantly near water. It sometimes bites its tail. If something bites its tail, it won't even notice for a whole day. Well, I'm going to call our Slowpoke. I'm going to call it Leia. After Leia from Star Wars, because of the way that its ears look, it looks like the little curls that she has on the side of her head. So we're going to call our Slowpoke Leia. Leia goes to box 1, and with that we can actually carry on down this route. So I think we're all right. We should be fine to carry on. So let's do that. Let's grab this. A PP up. Sure we can find something to use that on, and let's take on this trainer here. Picnic a Gwen. she's going to send out lots of Pidgeys against my Electrode. This is going to end badly for her. Well, let's hit with Shockwave. Do a reasonable amount of damage. A critical hit, Tesla. Absolutely brutal. We gain 318 XP, and she's going to follow up with a Meowth, not another Pidgey. Well, let's hit with a Charge Beam and see if we can't get the special attack boost. We do. Unfortunately, it doesn't do quite enough to take out Meowth, who tried to use Screech, but our Soundproof blocked it. Let's see if we can get another special attack raise off Charge Beam. We do, so we're at +2 on special attack. And we gain 400 XP. So she's going to send out another Pidgey. Well, this will go down pretty quickly to a Shockwave. So down it goes. And finally, she's going to send out a Pidgeotto. So we get a decent amount of XP off this Pidgeotto at least. So Tesla doesn't actually get many more attacks that are worthwhile, unfortunately. So I'm actually going to have to buy some TMs. Well, I'm going to have to buy Thunderbolt. That's the only really decent TM it learns as well. It doesn't learn anything but physical attacks and electric type attacks. So it's going to be a pure electric type monster. I may try and I might teach it Hidden Power, and we'll see what Hidden Power it gets. But I don't think it's going to be a good type. Let's put it that way. Obviously, it's not been bred, it's not been RNG'd, it's not had anything done to it. We just caught it in the wild. So let's take on this Bird Keeper. We're just going to hit Charge Beam the entire time. Let's see how many procs we can get. 5 Charge Beams, how many procs? So here's 1. And 1 proc. So we're currently at +1. He's going to follow up with a Pidgey. We will use another Charge Beam. I think this guy has, like, what? Spearow, Pidgey, Doduo, Pidgeotto, and Fearow. There we go, a second proc. Currently 2 for 2. He's about to use... Oh, okay, he's got another Pidgey. So here's our third hit. And our third special attack raise. Almost feels like overkill at this point. Here comes a 4th Pokemon, and hopefully a fourth special attack raise. That'd be pretty fun. Yeah, we take it down, and oh, no special attack raise that time. So, oh, and another Spearow. I thought he might have something decent, but apparently not. Apparently he just likes to have... Oh, we missed with that one. So it goes for an agility. That's absolutely fine. We still outspeed it after an agility. Tesla is so fast. So down goes the Spearow. And we gained 310. So we got 3 special attack boosts from 5. Wants to learn self-destruct. Will we be teaching it? Absolutely not. I mean, I guess maybe I could have it as a suicide play right at the end when I can't restore Tesla back to health, but I'm not going to be doing that. If we can save them, we will. Let's take this item from Rocket, and then let's put PeaShooter first. Which will be a horrible, horrible Pokemon to be using against this biker who's only going to have poison types, probably. What's he got? A Coughing. Great. I don't know, is Dark... How effective is Dark against poison? Well, let's find out. That's neutral. Sludge. Well, that's going to be a lot more damage than I want it to be. Oh, come on, PeaShooter. So we do eventually hit that sleep powder. I'm going to use Growth, boost our attack a little bit. I probably want to boost it at least twice, maybe. So there's 1. Why did our special attack sharply rise? That's strange. We're not in the sun. Okay, so I don't know why we're getting that. Why we're getting the sharply raised on the growth attacks, but not going to complain. Not going to complain. Maybe it's just to do with maybe the person who edited the ROM edited growth so that it always gave you that boost. Although that seems crazy to just be allowing it to have that. Oh well, 3 coughings. They all go down pretty easily to that knockoff now that we're at +4. There's a critical hit there as well. And so with that, we defeat this biker. Stripped gears. Well, be careful with the gears. They're expensive. That guy down there, I don't think we've fought him. I hate this part of the route with the fences. Like, why would you have all of these random fences all over the place on this route? So let's switch Knuckles out front and take on this bird trainer. I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to leave PeaShooter out front against a bird trainer, obviously bird keeper. So bird keeper Robert uses a Pidgey. Well, let's hit with a rock slide. Go for those. Go for that super effective. Ah, oh, come on, Knuckles. Super effective hits. So Pidgey goes down, nice and easy. We gain 300 XP. He's about to use a PeaShooter, so that's fine. We hit with a second rock slide and it goes down. What else is he going to follow up with? He has a Spearow. Maybe this is the guy that has the Spearow and the Fearow. Which will be the first Fearow we actually see in this game. So that goes down to a rock slide, and he does indeed have a Fearow, so he's going to follow up with that. We're not going to change out. Knuckles is absolutely fine dealing with this. Even if 2 attacks don't actually hit it, at least we've got the super effective rock slide to take it out. Down it goes, so 4 Pokemon, 4 Okos. Good job, Knuckles. So let's... Is there an item down here? What's this say? I think that's saying look on the ground for items. So there's nothing there. Nothing there, nothing there, nothing there, nothing there. So there's nothing down here. That's, I mean, other than the trainer, obviously, who got us some nice XP. But let's come down here. There's another bird trainer here. My bird Pokemon should be ready for battle. What do you mean should be? Anyway, so he sends out a Pidgey. He's probably going to have like 3 Pidgeys and a Pidgeotto or something like that. Knuckles is running out of Rock Slide PP, so might need to switch him out quite soon. He's going to go with a Spearow. Well, we hit with a Rock Slide, and Spearow goes down. We gain 322 XP. He's about to use another Pidgey. We come through. We connect with the Rock Slide. Pidgey goes down nice and easy, and then finally he also has a Fearow. So why this guy has 2 Pidgeys and not a Pidgey and a Pidgeotto, and that other guy had a Pidgey and a Pidgeotto, I don't know. But down goes the Fearow. And we gain 900 XP, and that puts us up to level 35. Not ready yet. Well, why are you not ready yet? So, I'm going to see... I don't want to risk it. Why would I risk it? Let's just lead with Tesla against this guy here. You need to use TMs to teach good moves to Pokemon. I know that. Except you're going to have Pokemon with a load of stock moves because you won't have used TMs, but anyway. He's got 3 Pokemon. He leads with a level 28 Pidgey, which could be a level 28 Pidgeotto, but trainers don't like to evolve their Pokemon for some reason. So down goes Pidgey. And Tesla gains 300 XP. He's going to use a Doduo. We hit with another. And Doduo goes down in 1 as well. It's quite an interesting design, Doduo, isn't it? And the name's very clever. Combination of Dodo and Duo. And then obviously Dodrio. They were super inventive with that evolution name. But I do like the design of Doduo. Although it's always confused me, I do wonder how two brains control two legs. Like, does one of them control where it moves, or can they think simultaneously, or what? So let's take on this guy here. They have TMs on sale. TMs aren't really rare. Well, some TMs are rare. Some TMs you only get 1 use out of. Unfortunately. Well, let's go for a Shockwave. Take down this Pidgeotto. We're running out of PP. We might need to try and get to a Pokemon Center and heal up quite soon. Tesla gains 700 XP, which is nice. He's about to use a Fearow. So we'll take this down as well. Should go down in 1. Can't see it surviving. Nope, doesn't. Goes down in 1. And we are good to go. So let's. I think that guy's a. I think this guy's a bird Pokemon. Okay, have you taught them fly? No, because I don't have a bird Pokemon at the minute. I don't have a flying type. Although that was really interesting. That so in the original designs for Pokemon, like red and blue and yellow, they were actually going to have not just a flying typing but a bird typing as well. I don't know how you'd classify the difference between bird and flying types, but they were planning on having it so that you had stuff like Gyarados, which had flying typing, and maybe a couple of other ones. But then you had, for example, the legendary birds were going to be bird typing, I think, and they'd planned to have Ho-Oh in as well as like a final legendary, and that was going to have the bird typing. And it's interesting when you look at what people managed to data mine or like find out from the original files about this stuff. I think some of the data was actually left in the game, and it just comes up as like question mark typing when you have like glitch Pokemon that end up with that typing. But one of the other cool things, I don't know whether anybody will have tried it in the past, if you trade some of the glitch Pokemon that you can get from in Fire Red, if you trade them to Silver or Gold, some of them actually basically transform into Johto counterparts. Because I think originally they planned to have 220 Pokemon in the original Fire Red, and not Fire Red, in the original Red and Blue. There were going to be 150 Pokemon, and they ran out of space, I think, development time to actually get them all done. At this point, I think I'm going to try and get through this route over to Fuchsia without fighting too many people, so that we can go and heal up, as we are currently quite low on health, not on health, on attacks. So we will come back down this route at the end. Let's grab this, what is it? Rain Dance. Well, Rain Dance isn't too useful at the minute. Let's come through here. And let's go to the Poke Center, and then we're going to run up and we will grab some Ultra Balls, and then we'll finish up that route, or at least as much of it as we can. I think we're about 22, maybe 23 minutes in at this point, so we probably won't get all of that route finished, but we'll get a decent amount done. I was going to say, I think I might get a TM there, but I haven't picked up Psychic yet. Could probably do with grabbing Psychic at some point. But let's come up here to the Pokemon and we'll grab some Ultra Balls. So, how can you help us? Well, we want some Ultra Balls. How many can we buy? We can buy 88. Well, let's buy 20 for now. Yeah. Let's get some more Super Potions whilst we're here. Let's just grab 10. Do we want anything else? No. So that's all good. Done for now. Let's head back out to that route. So one of the other developments that I quite like in the new games is how the Pokemarts actually develop with you. So as you get more badges, you unlock things that you can buy in them instead of it being like, oh, this Pokemart for some reason only ever stocks Pokeballs, even though all these other ones sell Ultra Balls and Great Balls and that. This one only sells Pokeballs, even though, so for example with Viridian, obviously it's the last gym there, and all that is there is a Poke Center that sells Pokeballs and not Ultra Balls or anything. But anyway, it's just me moaning, I think. Speaking about gyms, last episode I asked you who your favourite gym leader was. So my question for you this episode is, if you were to be developing a gym for yourself, if you were going to be a gym leader, what type of gym would you run, and who would your team be? I mean, you can go down the route of classic gym leader and go for a single typing with secondary typings allowed, as long as they all contain a typing that makes sense. Or you can go down the route that Blue went down and just go, I'm just going to use all my favourite Pokemon and just have a mixed gym. I feel like that's cheating a bit. I feel like a gym should be a single typing, and you should be like an expert in it. So let me know what your gym would be, and whereabouts in the game you would appear, and who your team would be, and what levels they would be. So the Tangela managed to survive a knockoff there, but a second knockoff takes it down. We gain 1,000 XP. It's quite a lot, actually. So he wants to learn Acid Spray. Harshly lowers special defense. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no for now. We can always. We can always come back. We can always try and teach it later with heart scales or with. I think it's tiny mushrooms in this game on 2 or 3 island. But we will. If we want to do something later, we'll come back to it. We're going to use Kitsune out front, just along here, because all these traders have like grass types, apart from him who's a flying type, and him who's a flying type. Well, yeah, okay, so that didn't work. Let's just put Levi back out front. Go on. When I whistle, I can summon bird Pokemon. That's fantastic. So he leads with a Pidgeotto. Hopefully that means that he's got a team full of actually evolved Pokemon, and we'll get a decent amount of XP from him. We're going to obviously just spam Ice Fang against him. We should take all of the Pokemon down pretty easily. He's going to use Farfetch'd. Oh, cool. I didn't know that there was a trainer that used Farfetch'd in the game. Well, let's take that down nice easy with an Ice Fang. 500 XP. He's going to follow up with a Doduo. And I don't know what his last Pokemon is. Oh, Rage. Such power. We hit with the Ice Fang, and Doduo goes down. And we gain 534 XP, and he's going to round out the team with a Pidgey. It's a bit of a weird one. Normally they'll lead with the Pidgey and round out with the Pidgeotto, but I guess there's that that lass just above. Oh, what is it? Sorry, it's not a lass, is it? It's a picnicker just above Vermilion, who has the 2 Pidgeotos and then a Pidgey. But anyway, let's have a look. We're just gonna keep him out front. Keep Levi out. My birds are shivering. Well, they'll be shivering even more soon. So he has 3 Pokemon. A Dodrio. Awesome. Well, we get the attack drop, which is nice, and we're just going to hit with an Ice Fang, and it should take it down. I don't see it surviving. It doesn't, which is good. Super effective. Down it goes. We get 940 XP, and that puts us up to level 36. He's going to follow up with a Dojo. We're going to switch out here to Knuckles to get some XP on him instead. On her, sorry, instead. And we're just going to hit with Rock Slide a couple of times. See how that does. So down it goes. We go 580 XP, and he's going to follow up with another Doduo. And so our final Rock Slide should take it out. Yeah, it does. I was going to say I'd be very surprised if it didn't, but... So Knuckles goes down. Knuckles goes down? No, Knuckles gains 580 XP, and he's about halfway done on this level. That trader there is going to have Grass types, so we're going to put Kitsune out front and just spam Flamethrower. I think the trader along again also has just Grass types, so Kitsune is going to get a decent amount of XP here. We'd quite like Kitsune to get up to level 39, 40 before we try and take on Koga, as at level 39 she learns Extra Sensory, which will be very useful against Koga. Because obviously his Muck is fine. I can just use either Dig or Magnitude to get rid of his Muck. But his coughings and his wheezing are so annoying because they have Levitate, obviously. So the only super effective attack that I could use would be Psychic type, because I don't have, obviously Sandslash doesn't have Mold Breaker or Gravity. So anyway, Kitsune is just wrecking shop here. Flamethrowers left, right and centre, taking everything down. A Gloom and 2 Oddish. Put to the flame by Kitsune. And Kitsune is halfway to level 36. Not good enough. Nope. Not going to try and make you feel better about yourself, but... So we're going to take on this this beauty. She's going to send out a Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur. Oh, why do I keep saying Bulbasaur? It's because she's got an Ivysaur afterwards. She's going to send out a Bulbasaur. We'll hit it with a Flamethrower, and then we'll hit the Ivysaur that she'll follow up with a Flamethrower also. So Kitsune gains 400 XP, and there it is, Ivysaur. We will hit with a Flamethrower, and down it goes. There we go. Gain 870, and Kitsune is almost at level 36 now. This last beauty here should get her up that final last bit to the next level. We'll then switch probably Knuckles out to take on this what's he called? Okay, so she's got a Pidgeotto. Well, let's hit it with a Will-O-Wisp. No, we won't hit it with a Will-O-Wisp. Let's hit it with a Flamethrower. I should have just gone for a Flamethrower from the start. It's probably going to knock it out. Oh, it doesn't. Feather Dance, what's that do? Is that attack? Okay, that's fine. You can take my attack down all you like. I was just worried that was going to be defense then. So we take down that Pidgeotto. 700 XP takes us up to level 36. And wants to learn Safeguard. Well, we're not going to make room for Safeguard. And she's going to use a Wigglytuff. Cool. Well, let's switch out to Knuckles and try and take this Wigglytuff down. Well, let's hit it with a Dig. Consistent damage and all that. It's not going to have Earthquake, so goes for a Defense Curl. Oh no, it's just going to like ramp its defense. Well, we're going to have to use Magnitude. Okay, so Dig did a decent amount at least. Double Slap's going to do nothing. 5 per hit. And of course it gets 4 hits. Well, let's hit with the magnitude. Magnitude 6. That won't take it down. I needed, I think, a 7. Oh, okay, no, 6 was powerful enough. Well, with that, we get 670 XP. We're almost at level 36. Well, let's quickly switch Knuckles out to the front. And before we take on this trainer, I'm actually going to save at this point here. It's a fairly long episode, this one, I think. It's going to be about 34-35 minutes, so we'll save up here. And I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, then please support this channel by clicking the subscribe button, leaving a like and a comment, letting me know what you enjoyed about the episode. And what you want to see on this channel, as obviously, like I said, it's you that is driving this channel. I asked a question earlier, so please answer that. Let me know in the comments what kind of gym you would want to be, what kind of gym leader you'd want to be. And yeah, I'm ProfessorOaksAide, and just remember, keep training to become the Pokemon Master you know you can become. Thank you and goodbye.